This is percent Papi, you dig? You feel me? We did a IWM 207 call today. We got 44% on that play. Our goal is to get 20% of above each trade. Once it gets above 20, we don't let it go beneath that. I'm gonna tell you what led up to me actually calling this play. Blue line is the 9 EMA. As long as you're below this 9 EMA, we consider it bearish. So we're not turning bullish at least until we break above this 9. Bearish, bearish, bearish. But if you see my levels that I wrote, the pivot on the 4 hour, then we got the pivot on the 5 minute because I'm on a 5 minute time frame. And then we have the 100 on the weekly. All right, so these are huge supports, right? So because they're huge supports, my thinking is it's going to bounce. It's going to be a strong bounce because of this 100 weekly for sure. Right? And one of our Discord members had a question about the IWM being a downtrend. Again, the 100 on the weekly. And I told her, because you have the 100, the pivot on the 5, and the pivot on 4 hour, bounce hard off that 100 1 week. I knew that the trend was probably going to change. So technically it was still bearish, but I knew it was a high probability that it was going to become bullish once it broke through that 9. Bounce, it's up, it's going up. All right, it broke through the 9 with volumes. This is when I told you guys that's a little higher risk, but I'm loading a IWM 207 calls. I entered right here. All right, the reason why I entered is because first it broke through with volume, so it had to get above this 21 on the monthly, right? Because I served as a huge resistance at that point. But once it broke through with volume, right, it went through the 50 EMA, which is the green line, it went through the VWAP, all right, then it went through the 100 on the daily, like it shot through there. And that's when I said I entered, and I got filled at 0.21. So immediately when I entered, it continued to shoot up with 22%, 30%, 34%. It shot through here. Again, this is the 100 EMA in a 5 minutes, so it's going to serve as a resistance. All right, but at the time, you see a wick right here, so that means the candle reached this point. So when the candle reached this point, I was at around 40%. You can exit around 40% or trim. Again, because I know that it was slowing down, our goal is to get 20% or more. Around 40%, and that's when I decided to exit. Another successful trade, 44% on the play, and let's get this money.